Hi everyone, welcome back to Vital Healing. For those of you new to my channel, my name is Dr. Candida Schwartz. I am a naturopathic doctor as well as an intuitive healer. So today we are going to talk about fear around death and dying. This is such a carnal, primordial, this is the great death and dying. This is the great unknown. This is the big question about life, right? And so many people don't have the fear, right? And then there are those that have stumbled upon this video that do have the fear, that do have the chronic anxiety and depression and question marks around it. I am filming this on a particularly hard, achy day for me during the month of February, which is all about healing the heart. And I just did a meditation and I was doing some soul searching and I got this message around death and dying support that could help people. It's like 4 or 5 questions that I think are important things to ask yourself if you are struggling with that anxiety and that depression around death and dying. This is more specifically if you have fear of yourself dying. I will be touching upon fear of others dying in a later video. So the first thing that came up is, of course, there's the fear of the unknown. We don't know what's out there. We don't know. We have our beliefs. We have the things that we're taught, the ways that we were raised, that tell us about what happens after we die. But there is this fear of the unknown. And to me, that message is, it's a surrender. It's a letting go. It's a relinquishing of control and having faith. You can't have faith and trust unless you surrender, and you can't surrender unless you have faith and trust. So that fear of the unknown, deepening that connection between you and your higher self or your God or whoever, whatever you believe is out there, your higher power, deepening that connection and having that conversation on an internal level, I think could be very helpful. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is that if you have fear of death or dying, are you really afraid of death? Are you really afraid of dying? I find that a lot of times within my own life and within people that I communicate with, patients and clients and people I do readings on, people that I talk to as a naturopath, friends, family, people that have just lost somebody, or are just having incredible anxiety around death and getting sick and dying. A lot of times I find that they're not actually really that afraid of death and dying. They're more afraid of not living. I find that there's always an element of stuckness in them. There's this, it's almost like this, like the walls are coming in on them. And yeah, it's like the walls are coming in on them, or there's a part of their body that's trapped. Maybe they're having ailments around it, and they have a fear of cancer or something. But I wonder, is it really that you're afraid of dying, or are you afraid of actually living? Are you afraid of making those major changes that would actually set you free? Right? This takes me to my third point. Does a part of you need to die? Is there a part of you that you are preventing some freedom from? Is there a part of you dying and you're mourning the loss and you're resisting it and you don't know what to do about it and you're scared? If there's a part of you dying and you're feeling that loss, you're feeling that out of control energy, you're resisting it, you're fighting it, of course you're going to be afraid of death. Death is just transformation, right? And that brings me, from from a place of transformation, that kind of brings us back to the first thing that I talked about. You have to kind of believe that your soul will transform into something new after death. Yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that. And then the fourth thing that I wanted to talk about is what if your life's great and you're just afraid that, I'm happily married, or I just had this beautiful baby, or I just got my dream life or my dream job. What if it all just slips through my fingers? What if I lose it all, right? I've heard stories about that happening. And then I'm gone. Then I would ask you to do a little soul searching around at what time in your life did you feel unsafe, and did you quote unquote lose it all? Did you get something taken from you? Did you lose a part of yourself that was really important to you? Was it in this lifetime? If you believe in past lifetimes, was it even in this lifetime? Was there a point in your life where you were happy and then you were gone? Your happiness was gone. And that will likely give you some insight as to why you're feeling so afraid that you're happy and you're expecting the worst to happen, right? You're expecting to lose this existing foundation that you created in your life that's making you happy and bringing you so much joy. So I guess there were 4 things. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that is helpful to you. If this is helpful, please give me a like, a subscribe, a share this with people. Share it on your social media pages. It really helps the platform. It helps me get my voice out there on this channel. You can turn on the notification bell. I post every Thursday at the very minimum, and I'm going to continue with talking more about different aspects of our heart and healing for the remainder of February. But of course, if you find this in March or December or whenever, these are timeless messages that you need to hear. So I really hope it helps, and I hear you, and I understand, and I think that these fears and anxieties and even the depressions and all of it has such juicy wisdom. So I hope you can extract some really good information from the guidance that I'm offering you today. And we will see you next time. Take great care.